so let's react to some Kendra G videos.
Hello?
She's choosing you.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Who is that? Who is that in the background?
That's my friend, Brazil.
Baby.
Hey, what is up? Hey. Stuff on television?
Yes, we were watching it. I had a party here for one of my old employees. She got promoted. So we had a party and everybody was here. So my house is a mess, and my friends are here. And I'm like, oh God. I've been watching you since 2020, on and off. But he's acting up. But yeah. So about 15 miles outside of Seattle.
Okay, so I'll say outside Seattle. How old are you, friend?
I am 51.
51. What you do for a living?
I work
51. She is 51 and on the dating market. Still on the dating market. I've said it before and I'll say it again. As women age and they're still on the dating market looking for a man, they are red flags. They become bigger red flags. Dating for women is easy. Finding a man is easy for women. Easy. Whether you're old, young, pretty, ugly, fat, skinny, there will always be men that will want you, right? Always. But why is it, if it's so easy and you're so wanted, that you're having trouble, that you're still in the dating market? One, you're attracted to and you attract terrible men. Two, you're hard to deal with, right? So probably both, right? So relationships continuously fail. You pick terrible men. You're attracted to terrible men. You're hard to deal with, and a lot of times too, right? As you get older, the men that you want, well, they see very little value in you, so they don't want you. That's also something as well.
work in government, so I'm a civil service and prior Navy.
Okay. Friend outside of Seattle, 51 government. You have any kids?
I do. I have two sons, 27 and 20, and a grandson that I also take care of, and he's 9. So he lives with me, but he has both parents, but stability.
Okay.
He's here.
Oh, he lives with you. Your sons, are they by the same man?
They are my ex-husband. My ex-husband,
When did y'all get divorced?
2021.
Okay. All right. And friend, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. All right. So I said it was Sagittarius. We got friend. She lives outside of Seattle, works for the government. Sagittarius, 51. Mom to 2, 27 and 20. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Girl, I I know I've been watching you too long, right? My family's gonna be they're gonna not believe that I'm on here. But anyway, confident. Lord, I did not know that I was gonna be. I hear people say it all the time. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I thought with my friends being here, I would be a little bit. Okay. Sorry. And now I'm sweating. I don't know why. Okay, so loving, caring, kind, loyal, confident, vulnerable, strong, very independent, a good man, basically, one that understands that a woman needs a man, not only want a man, right? I'm pretty okay, but at the end of the day, a man by my side would be bad.
Okay. When did you get divorced again? And what year?
21, June.
Oh, okay. So how many years were you married for?
Okay, so see, I know I should have calculated that, so let me explain. So we were separated since 2011. We both came to Washington State. He was Army, and in '08, and then we separated in 2010, 2011, beginning of 2011. And so we stayed married for a few different reasons, but we're really good friends. And so when it was time for me to be like, look, you need to move on with your life. It doesn't make sense being on paper. I needed to buy a house without a man being attached to it, and I couldn't do it being married to him anymore either. So I finally went in and filled out the paperwork. We both went down there during the pandemic because I heard someone saying that courts weren't open during the pandemic. They were, because I went down with my mask and all. And February 2021 and June 2021, it was finalized.
Okay.
So we were married for a long time.
But you were separated, it seems like, for a long time.
Very long time, yeah.
Okay.
But we're co-grandparents. We do that very well. Basketball games, everything. We get along very well. He has his life. And when he retired, believe it or not, he moved back to Washington so he could be closer to his children and grandchild. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Common Man 80 said, I know where she lives. I was stationed at Fort Lewis, Washington. I know the naval base she was stationed at. Incredible.
Yeah. So, JBLM, that's where I went to. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, did I ask you your deal breakers?
No, you did not. So, so a man, okay, men are so, it's so hard to figure out whether or not a short man is good enough. And let me say this, I understand a short man may be my man. Okay, Zach, I know that. However, they have issues. You know what I mean? I've tried dating short men, and at the time, of course, I wasn't serious. I was still married, whatever. But just trying to get to know a short man is they make it difficult because they're like, I'm 5'8", okay? I'm not a short woman, and I'm not a small woman, but I'm not, right? And they, but if I have heels on and he's 5'8", he's like, you trying to look taller than me? Come on now. If you're standing on 6 inches, you're now 6'2" if you're 5'8", right? So to me, you should be able to be confident with the fact that you are my height or an inch or two less. Be confident. That's all I'm looking for. So deal breaker. Men that are not confident. Men that expect. I tried to date someone that was make less than me. I tried that, and within 3 weeks, his mom was dead, and he needed money, and he needed a ticket. Yeah, seriously. It's crazy out here, Kendra. And
he lied on his mother and said his mother died, or did she really die?
I don't know if she died or not. I never met the lady. I just started dating him, and all of a sudden I'm babe, and he loves me, and the love bombing, and so a man that makes less than me, and it's kind of hard to say that. Let me say that. Let me take that back. So I pay my own bills, right? If I have a man and I'm looking to be married again, that
You're looking to be married again? Women are just absolutely ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous. Right? What value would you bring to a man that will make him right, take a risk of marriage with you? You've already shown that you would divorce a man, whether you guys are on good terms or not. Right? You would divorce him, leave him, or there's already a failed marriage in your history. So, why would a man take that risk again with you? He ain't getting kids from you. And I personally believe, right? Yes, if you as men want to marry women, you're adults, right? But my personal advice, if you are a man of means, right, of value, the only reason, in my personal opinion, that you should marry a woman is that you're getting kids from her. So it's like the risk and reward are kind of there, right? You get kids, she gets the security of marriage. They balance out in kind of a way. Now, here's the risk of marriage. And what else? What's the balance? It's only risk of marriage. Okay? The risk that you can get divorced. And again, like I said, marriage is a coin flipped, right? You flip a coin, that will tell you if you're going to get divorced or not. It's a 50-50 chance. So it's ridiculous.
I can pay for, I'm not saying half, because I'm not used to a man only paying half, but taking care of the household bills, right? If something should happen, I got him. If something should happen with me, he's got me. What does that look like financially? I have no idea. My ex-husband, even now, if I call him and I'm like, hey, Daniel, my grandson, is going into Pee-wee, whatever, then he'll be like, okay, how much is it? And he'll give me, if it's my man, then he'll be like, hey, I got you.
What? It's his grandson. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? How about you say, oh, if I call him and say, I can't pay my light bill, would he get you? Right? That's different. That's his flesh and blood, right? His grandson. So yeah, he should, be willing to pay for his grandchild. But would he pay for your light bill? Right? Would he pay for your mortgage? Right? So that's different. Your man, is he getting half of that house? Are you gonna put his name on that house of yours? Are you? Ridiculous.
That's all I'm asking for. I don't know what that money looks like, Kendra. So I'm not gonna say he needs to make what I make, and I'm not gonna say he needs to make less or more. So that's a deal breaker if he's all caught up with asking me for money or looking at what I make or where I live or what I have. That's a problem for me. A man who has never driven a brand new car. Period. I'm sorry. I know you're looking.
This is the thing. Didn't I say, right, that there's a reason why at 51 she's still single? She's hard to deal with. What value do you bring a man that qualifies for all this? I mean, you're 51, right? You've been with a lot of men. You must have, right? You must have dated a good few men. And yet nothing has worked out. You have these high expectations. Women have these high expectations. And yet they seem to not find a man that meets them. Right? And that's surprising. And like you never think that, you know what? Maybe these men don't want to meet these expectations, or these expectations are unrealistic for the men that you qualify for, right? It's like women are so one-sided. Great, you have a house, good, right? Awesome, but it's not like you're asking for a man that's living with his mom, right? Because why would he care if you have a house? Okay, good. Did you have a career? Great. But it's not like you have a man that's homeless, that's broke. So really, you have a career does what for him? You said you want to have him when he's down. I mean, in most cases, right? Men that, let's say, can date, right? Men that can meet women's expectations at let's say he's in his 50s. Usually, there's not a highly likelihood of him, let's say, experiencing like brokenness, right? Where he's homeless, where he needs a woman to be there at his lows, right? Because hypothetically, right, men or statistically, men become more financially stable as they age. Generally, right, on average, men will become more financially stable as they age. So you're not really there at their hard times, their lows, right? Where they're struggling, where they're trying to level up. So really, this hypothetical, oh, I'm gonna be there for him, or I have him down when when he needs it. What? That's the thing where men see that is that really would that really happen for me? Because like it's happened to me already, and I've built myself to where I am now, and now I can't trust that.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I have to make sure I understand. So a man that's never driven like a 2024, the year the car came out. Tell me. Okay, give me the reason behind that one.
Typically, when a man only buys used car, he doesn't know the value of taking care of something that's brand new or keeping up. They treat their cars like they treat their women. I find that to be true, right? So
What? How about he has value in money? Cars are a losing investment, right? Once you drive that car off the lot, it's now less than it was automatically. So c- buying cars are they are a complete loss. So all you need is just to drive it around. How they treat their women? God.
so a used car, then you're thinking of a used woman. And I don't want a man that doesn't understand that I am a new car. That's the best way to think about it.
You're not. You are used. Really? A new car? You're 51. Nothing about you is new. Nothing. Like, practically everything is very, very used. Okay? 2 kids have came out of you. What's new about you? The insanity.
Right? Treat me good, right? My oils must be tapped off when they need to be tapped off. I mean, I don't know. I don't.
Really? It's a whole bunch of rust. It's like, this is the thing with women. It's like, they have this weird perception of like, oh, I'm more valuable now that I'm in my 50s. I have 2 children, a divorce under my belt. I'm more valuable now. Why? Why would you be more valuable in a man's eyes?
Know how else to say it. But yeah,
Friend, what kind of car do you drive?
I love my Hondas. So I've got a passport, a 2023 passport, and my son has my old car, which is a Ford. Um,
Okay.
yeah, a Honda
Okay,
Accord.
so just have a new car. Or have
No,
or
it doesn't have
it needs
it
to be
doesn't
new
necessarily.
when you bought it. It needed to be new. Like if he got it in 2022, but it was new, does that qualify?
Yeah, even if he has to have the opportunity to actually have purchased a new car to know what the or lease, because with a lease, I'm telling you, you have to keep that up. So he just has to know the value of something new, right? Everything can be used, because
Okay, let
then
me read this
he,
to you. Six-figure Pookie says $20 to say this. You have a good spirit, but you come across very immature for someone who is
immature,
50. Seem likely
immature.
you don't know what you want. Keep looking to your friends for answers and making stupid comments. It's a turn off.
Oh, I'm glad I turned you off because I'm not interested in you. I've heard your comments all this time, so I'm glad I turned you off. So I don't want you. So thanks for the $20. Uh, Pay Kendra some more. Ask another question. Now let me say this: immature. Great. There's a reason I stayed single for so long because I dated. But at the end of
Yeah.
the
Yes. There's a reason. It's not a. That's not a flex, right? It's not a. This is the thing why women don't understand. It's not a flex for women to be single, right? I mean, if you're single, what does that mean? That when dating, when getting a man is so easy for you, and yet you can't get one. You cannot get a long-term relationship. That's not a flex. Okay? Like I said, you most likely are hard to deal with. It seems like she may be harder to deal with than fall into the category of attracting terrible men. It seems like she's just hard to deal with. No one wants to deal with her. The ones that can meet her standards don't want to deal with her. So, yeah, that's not a flex.
day, I'm looking for the man that's for me. One, that's chivalrous. That's one. You don't seem like the type. Two, one that has ever what is his name? Millionaire, billionaire? Never seen. Oh, what six figures? Never
Yeah,
seen that.
yeah, a
Guaranteed.
six-figure Pookie. Say he never
Six
saw
figures.
that.
He never saw that, darling. He doesn't know what that is. Okay. Um, Whatever. Let's move on. I've paid to make my own comments, and it's never in a way to disrespect or put down anybody. Um, Pay another $20, darling, if you want to talk to me, but it's okay.
Okay. I want to ask this friend. You said you don't have a money requirement, but I think you might have a minimum. I can't see you dating a man that made 50K.
um, you're right. I've tried. I've tried, like literally tried, and I got kind of turned off from a conversation, and I felt like if that person was going to ask their mom for money and be mad about not paying the money back to their mom on time, eventually they'll ask me for money as well. Um, so that was a friend.
This is a woman that will never find a man that can meet her standards. Because the men that can will not want this woman. And the men that can't, well, she won't want them. So really, being single definitely is not a flex. Being single is just a reality. It will be a way of life for women like this. This is why I said, right? There is a reason why women are still single later in their life. Okay? It's not that you can't get a man. It's that you can't get a man that you want. It's that you can't attract, you can't retain a man that you want. So, why can't you, right? Why can't you? When it's so easy. Because there's very little value being seen in you.
So right away, and that person made about $60,000, $70,000. I
60, 70. The minimum, the median out income for men is 50. If he makes 70, he's above average. And he's asking his mother for money? What?
Year. So I travel a lot. I just came back from Nigeria this past December. It was amazing. Um, but yeah, I don't know what that money looks like though, Kendra. I don't.
No, I understand. Hey, babe. Who's out there? Okay, no worries, no worries. We're gonna keep
But
going.
Kendra, can
Yeah.
I say one thing to you? This is just from observing, right? Nothing to do with me, but more to do with you. A lot of times I see you do this, and I know you're screwing in your earring, the back of your earring, right? You're like
Yeah.
making sure it doesn't fall off. Um, they do have a clip.
So sometimes I just do that, but sometimes I don't know if I'm doing that or if I'm scratching my wig, child. It can be Kendrick Cam, yeah, do the Kendrick Cam.
How do?
Okay, you look good, girl.
Thank you. I'm
Um,
not.
what was your last relationship, babe?
I
She looks average.
I wouldn't say there was any other relationships other than my ex because I dated a lot and I didn't screw around. So I love you, baby. Um,
She hasn't had a relationship since her ex. She dated a lot. She None of the men she dated either fit her standards, but these are the men that were attracted to her. So she doesn't attract men that can fit her standards. This is the thing where a lot of women say that, okay, settling, right? The whole concept of settling. Is it settling when you cannot find a man that supposedly can meet your standards? Right? You can't find one. And none of the men that do can fit your, because there are men that can fit your standards, but none of these men want you. And then you go for a man that can't fit your standards. Is that settling? Because you have no other options. So you only qualify for the men that would want you. Okay? That's the only qualification. So this is the thing, right? It's where, to be honest, what I think is settling is that, okay, let's say there's a 6-figure man, right? Or like a 100K man. He's right here. He wants you, right? He wants you. You can get him. And there's a man that makes 50K. He wants you too. But you know what? You'll settle for the man that makes 50K. Yeah, if you have the options of both, okay? And then you just pick, and then I don't know, something happens and you just go for the man with the lower income. I guess I think that's more settling, right? Where, okay, you have chances with 6-figure men, but whatever happens, you end up with a 5-figure man. Okay, I can see that as settling. But when only men that makes 50K want you, no other men would want you. Are you settling, or is that just what you qualify for? Right? Or is it just that your standards, your preferences are just unrealistic for you? Because you don't qualify for those men. Those men don't want you. They're not attracted to you. They see no value in you. So, are you settling for the 50K man, or is that just what you qualify for? Is that realistic? Because this is the thing, right? Let's say a woman that's a 2 in looks, right? She wants a man that's a 9. She wants a man that's a 9, right? But no man that's a 9 wants that woman that's a 2. So let's say she's going to marry, and then she marries a 2. Is that a man she's settling for? Or that's a man that she qualifies for? Right? This is the thing where, like, again, if you're a 2 and you marry a 2, are you settling for that person? Or are you just marrying someone that you qualify for?
they're leaving. Relationship or situationships, I don't have those. I date, and if I don't like you, then we move on. But again, I've only been divorced since 2021. So I've been working so hard trying to do what I need to do for me and my family that I haven't had time. So
Okay.
a real
You don't have the
relationship,
answer,
not
but
since
I'm
my
gonna
husband.
ask. You don't have the answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Ah, Jesus. June 2022.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on, friend.
Something. You haven't had a real relationship, but you definitely have sex with men. It's ridiculous.
Girl, I'm bossy. Um, definitely A-type personality. Um, I am assertive. Uh, those can be considered to be negative by some. As far as a relationship goes, I own my own part.
She just named personality types that will make you hard to deal with. And then you wonder why she's still single and that she can't find the men that she's asking for. She should just be that auntie or whatever that focus on your career. This is the thing where you know what? This is the thing. You don't qualify for marriage. You definitely don't. This is the thing, right? I don't understand why women just stay single. Don't get back on the dating market. Don't. You can have sex with whoever you want, right? You find a man attractive, let him get some, right? But seriously, it's like this woman is just going to be used for sex, right? Men will not put in that effort, okay? Especially the men that you want. So really, it's just focus on your career. That's it. Focus on traveling. She's already doing it, what she's doing, so just continue to do that. Right? It's like being on this dating show is what?
In my divorce, so I've worked on myself. I've gone to therapy. The VA takes care of me very well, so I have that income coming in too. So, I'm not money driven.
Do you want to?
No. I'm just saying I take very good care of myself, and so therefore the man that comes in must understand that what he's coming into is a new car. So he can't just be.
He's not coming into a new car. You are a used car. A used car with a high price tag it, right? You are a used car with a higher price. You're higher than the price that was used. I mean, higher than the price that was new, right? There's less value in you, but now you have a higher price ticket. That's the thing. You are a used car. Beyond used. Okay? You're old and used car, but with a higher price ticket. Higher price tag.
Be like treat me like anything, right? But at the end of the day,
have you ever dated a man that makes the income that you desire?
yes.
What happened to that guy?
He was an ass. The best way to put
He
it.
was a what?
An ass. ASS. He
An ass. Okay.
yes. Well, the last one that I dated, the only one that I can even think of the possibility that we could have made it. He played a lot of games. He claimed that he had just met his son the weekend we went out for the first time, and his son was 29 years old. And oh my God, he's sitting there in front of me crying on the phone with some woman that found him after 29 years. It was just crazy. It just felt rehearsed and coerced and yeah.
Okay, so he's not the one. All right, we got it.
No.
All right, we got it.
But that's the man that she qualifies for. That's the man that's attracted to her. That's the thing, right? That's the thing women don't understand. Those are the men that you qualify for. Those are the men that sees value in you. That are attracted to you. That wants to be with you. Those are the men. You're asking for men that aren't attracted to you. That would not want to be with you. And fine. Well, that shows you that you don't qualify for those men. So, like I said, Stay single. Be single. I mean, be absolutely just forget about the dating market.
Friend, what's the age range you would date? You are 51.
42 to
You
55.
will go to 42? You'll go younger?
I do.
Okay, 42 to what?
To 55. I don't want
55.
me to old man. Let me say this, okay? I'm a young 51-year-old, okay? I have young friends. I've got old friends. I've got a variety of people around me. Um, but I find that older men, when I date them, they things don't work, um, and they have to take things, and I no.
Okay. Friend, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Um, I'm supportive. I'm stable. I'm honest. I'm direct. Uh, I'm loving, giving. Um, I'm Jamaican. Can I say anything else? Uh, um, I make the meanest jerk chicken there is. No lie. So I cook well. Now I don't like cooking, but I cook well, and I'm just a good woman. And my ex can tell you, any of my exes prior to my husband can tell you we're still friends to this day. So
Really? Sometimes I think it's amazing that women think that if your ex can say that you're a good woman, and yet, what does that mean? That you're the one who left them? How's that a good thing? Right? You're such a good woman, but yet you left all these men that you gave your body to, that you gave your time to. How's that even like? It's like in my mind, it's like okay. Now I'm thinking that okay, you will probably leave me as well, right? It's like I can't see this as a. How is this a good indicator, right? I can't see these as a good indicator. That okay, one, unless you're the one who left these men. Now, what am I seeing that like? How's she not gonna? There's a chance that she won't show her loyalty, right? That's a good indicator that where's the loyalty. So definitely you wouldn't qualify for marriage there. Now, on the flip side, if these men left you, I definitely wouldn't trust their thoughts that if you're a good woman or not.
I'm just a good person. So
And she's also a brand new car. You have to have at least driven a brand new car if you ever want to date friend. Let's do it. Should the guy be in Seattle?
This is I think this is a great example, right, of what I'm talking about, right? The whole analogy, the whole talking point I have, where as women age, they show how big of a red flag they became or they are, right? Because like I said, as women age, they only become bigger red flags. Because when she said, okay, why would a man be lucky to have you, right? Nothing she said was special. Nothing she said qualifies for such a above average man, which she's asking for, tall, most likely good looking, makes a decent living. Those are above average men. Okay, well above average men in my opinion, because even a 70K man doesn't qualify for her, in her opinion. Okay, and he probably has to be, can't be that old, right? It's like it's just ridiculous. That's the thing where it's like women, you don't qualify for the men you're asking for, because if you did, at 51, you would have already have him and still be with him. It's ridiculous. I don't know. What do you guys think?